give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
This is the Geek Speak Radio Show.
It is the Geek Speak Radio Show. Welcome back. Talking Help, I'm Alive, the web series, coming pretty soon to helpimalive.tv. You guys can go to our website at geekspeakradioshow.com. All the links are on there, the Facebook, the Twitter. And don't forget, casting, the auditions happening April 25th and 26th in Morgan Hill, California. We talked to Justin. He's the director of Help, I'm Alive Now. How about we talk to the person who actually came up with the idea? That would be Anthony Larice. He is on the phone with us. He's the executive producer and writer of Help, I'm Alive. Anthony, welcome to the Geek Speak Radio Show.
How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
We're doing good. I'm actually celebrating my birthday right now.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. I think it was actually yesterday, wasn't it?
It was yesterday. You guys are good.
Yeah, we have our little spies everywhere. Yeah, so happy belated birthday. Hope you're enjoying it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first obvious question is, how'd you come up with the story?
The story was actually, believe it or not, only a 5-minute kind of thing. The original was only supposed to take 20 minutes period. That was it. And it was going to be a little small, like micro web series, if you would. And as it progressed, there was a lot more story to tell, and a lot more people were getting involved. We had a lot more characters that were really, really interesting. And, when we went from there, we added more characters, we added more story, and it went from a 5-minute small web series to a full-blown 20-minute sitcom-length web series, and we're at 13 episodes right now, and hopefully we'll be starting, like you said, casting next week, and we'll start shooting in the beginning of June.
Yeah, and we had Justin on a few minutes ago, and he likened it to Lost or Battlestar Galactica, an ensemble cast, which you just mentioned also. When you came up with the stories, I think you knew in the back of your head that the obvious comparisons were going to come. The Walking Dead, Resident Evil, George Romero. How is, without giving too much away, how is this different than those?
Yeah, like you said, a lot of the inspiration came from The Walking Dead, and it came from Battlestar Galactica, it came from Lost and Heroes, and I really, really, really like the ensemble cast. I like having all those stories come together. It's a little bit different. We're not going to focus on the zombies. You will barely see zombies in the show at all. You'll know that they're there. They're like a background character, like a tree would be, out in the forest. But this particular...
But do they make a sound?
Series... Yeah, this particular series is going to be focusing on the relationships between the people who are alive and, how they are dealing with living in a world where they're no longer the most dangerous thing walking around. You have zombies and you have other dangerous things walking around too, which you'll eventually see in season 1, what those are and how they play into the story as well. So everything that we're touching on is going to be less on the zombie side and more on the relationships between the people who are surviving and looking for, maybe an end to it, a way to get out. On
this show, we've had Jeff Lowe, Paul Dini, who actually worked on Lost, and both of them, we talked about it because it was right around the time when Lost actually ended the series. And we talked about, what was it about Lost that people love so much? And both of them agreed, and so did I. It's the characters. And like you mentioned right now, the zombies are secondary. It's the actors, the characters. If we care about, character X is going to die or not die or whatever it is, then we're hooked no matter what. Now, you guys haven't... I
agree.
Yeah, you guys haven't cast yet. That will happen April 25th, 26th in Morgan Hill. But when you came up with the story, did you... Because I have a list of the characters here that you guys are looking for. Who did you have in mind? Not specific actors, but what did you have in mind when you were writing the characters?
Writing the characters was pretty difficult, actually. They all needed to have their own motivations for doing what they needed to do. A lot of these characters were previously in a military setting. There is something that happens in 2012, which we learn what it is later. We call it the incident, and it kind of sets off the set of events that we come to 20 years later, 20, 25, 30 years later, where the story actually picks up. And writing these characters, having them so diverse, we have a lot of military background for most of them, which could be good, it could not be. But to keep them different and have their own personalities separate from everything else was really difficult. And we do have a list of, directions that they all need to go, and it's very complicated emotionally for them. And I think that's what we really wanted to hit on first was how these different people are going to interact with each other in a way that they can still get along and survive together with being as different as they are. But these characters are so wildly different from each other that they need to be able to bond as well. And that was really difficult to write, but hopefully you guys will like it. Yeah,
I think our listeners, they like myself, they love all the scary stuff, anything with zombies, vampires, except if they're sparkling, of course. But they love all this stuff.
Our zombies aren't going to sparkle. That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, and everybody, you guys out there, you haven't seen it, sorry. Unless you went to WonderCon, you guys filmed the exclusive teaser just for WonderCon with Anthony in the lead role. So I take it you're going to be in the series?
Yes, sir. I'm not primarily a writer or an executive producer or anything like that. I'm an actor first and foremost, and this project was a passion project for a really, really long time that I had just kind of sitting on the back shelf. And I finally got a chance to get in touch with Justin, and we were able to really get this pushed farther into a place where we can release it for everyone to see that, kind of really likes the genre. And I think now that The Walking Dead is a television series, they are really pushing the whole zombie thing forward, and everybody's really, really enjoying it. And we hope that we can maybe shed some light, maybe in a different direction for them.
Yeah, I actually got to talk to Robert Kirkman at WonderCon. He was there, and I don't know why. I didn't get to ask him this question, but let me ask you, what's the obsession with zombies all of a sudden? They're everywhere.
Well, I guess if you're looking at the way things work, vampires were really big for a really long time, and I know robots were in for a while before that. But zombies are really, I don't know if anybody's really even thought about it. They're interesting. They're not alive. They're not dead. They really don't have any. They don't have any other urges except that they want to eat.
Yeah.
They're hungry
brains.
and yeah, exactly. They they just want to feed. But zombies are so slow, and they're just so unintelligent that watching people getting killed by them doesn't make sense. And I think what I'm trying to do now is maybe let's take a look at the zombies and, are they really unintelligent? Are they really, do they think? Can they feel? Can they do that kind of stuff? And we'll explore that as well. But I think zombies are just fascinating. The living dead, who really thought about that? When you're a kid, you think about that kind of stuff all the time. And now that you're a little older, it totally takes another look at it, and it's just really interesting to me. And I hope that now that The Walking Dead is out, people can really understand that zombies aren't, yes, they're scary, but they're definitely something fun to watch.
There's a book out there that I just read. It's I'm not even going to attempt it because I'm going to butcher his name. It's the same author that did Let the Right One In, which became a movie later on. He just wrote a book. It's not specifically about zombies, but it's called Handling the Undead. And I'm not going to give away too much. You guys have to read it. Yeah, you got to do some reading. It's pretty good. I would recommend it to you, Anthony. It's pretty interesting. His take on the undead, the zombies, if you will.
I actually just picked up that book yesterday.
Oh, there you go. See? Yeah, you're going to like it. So we're talking to Anthony Larice. He's the executive producer, the writer, reluctantly, as he mentioned, because you are an actor. So I'm going to let you talk to our resident evil actor here, Ben.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, what's up, Anthony?
Hey, what's happening?
So, I see you're sporting a pretty big beard there. Is that for the role?
It is for the role. I've been growing it since November 1st. It's getting warm here where I'm living now, and I'm not enjoying it.
That's commitment.
But yeah, it's definitely for the role. This character is simple, but he's pretty intricate at the same time, and I felt the only way to really do that was to kind of live in his shoes for about as long as he did. Anybody can put on a fake beard, but you have to really feel like it's there, and that's one of the things that is really going to help build this character into what he is.
That is commitment. You're right, Ben. See, I can picture this. De Niro lost the weight. Christian Bale lost it. Anthony Larice
grew it. I like that. That's a great list to be on.
So what other projects have you worked on before Help, I'm Alive?
I've worked on quite a few projects. Believe it or not, I when it comes to scary movies, I'm not the one to to watch them. I'm pretty scared of scary movies, but I haven't really done any projects that were not. I've only made horror films in the past. I find it strange, but I've done a lot of projects, mostly indie films, here in the Bay Area. They've all been fairly successful. We've had quite a few in film festivals. They've taken home some awards, but other than that, mostly passion projects is kind of where it's been. I've seen a lot of actors go and do, kind of do commercials and extra work, and they're happy with it. But I don't think extra work is fun. I want to be able to sink my teeth into a role that would really make you feel. I know when I watch TV, I want to be able to feel the characters that I'm watching, and I think that's important.
You want to sink your teeth into the brains, right?
Definitely. That was fantastic. I should have said that.
So you mentioned before that this was originally just supposed to be a 5-minute one-off miniseries, and now it's sort of blossomed into this full-length series. How long has this been in development? When did you have this idea originally?
Well, originally I had gotten together with a group of people, and we had talked about starting a web series. And I was really into The Guild. I don't know if you've seen that, but I really like that series. I'm a big video gamer.
Thank you, Felicia Day, for that.
Oh, yeah. If I could thank her in person, I would. I need to give her a video game high five. But she definitely sparked the web series trend, and really she's pioneered through that pretty well. The internet's going to be huge. But when we started with a basic 5-minute series, and it was just telling a basic story. This person's doing this. There's some zombies here. How did this happen? Can we cure it? Is there a cure? And as we developed it a little bit more, we ended up getting 30, 40 episodes, and that just wasn't going to fly. So when we started combining them, it turned out to be a little bit longer, and then once we got to about 15, 16, 17 minutes per episode, I realized that this is going to be a lot bigger of a task than just a 5-minute web series that we can put out. So we decided to turn to a full-blown television show, running length. And we have so much story to tell. We have so many intriguing characters to really, everybody's going to be able to identify with something else, whether you're, 10, 11, 12, 40, 50 years old. There's going to be someone that you can really relate to. And I think that's what we want you to feel. We want you to feel the characters, not just watch the show.
It is called Help, I'm Alive. HelpI'mAlive.tv is the website. Now, besides just watching it, what else can listeners do to support you guys with Help, I'm Alive?
Right now, we are in the process of funding our first season. Besides going on HelpI'mAlive.tv and checking out our Facebook and our Twitter, you can go to our website and click on our Kickstarter link. We're actually trying to raise some funds to finish production on season 1. And if all you guys out there listening are really into the whole zombie genre, if you could help us out, it would be awesome. Just head over to Kickstarter. You can pledge as little as $1 would help us out. We get 1 million people to give us $1, and we can make a few seasons of the show. But I think the biggest thing anybody could do is just word of mouth. Just spread it around. Let people know that we have a good thing going. And if you really want to watch a good, groundbreaking series, this is the one to do.
Well, I've definitely got a big mouth, so I will spread the word as much as I can here on the show, like I told Justin earlier, and I'll let you know also, Anthony. You guys are always welcome to come on and give us any breaking news. Anything you want to tell us, you're more than welcome to come on, and we'll give you guys all the support we can.
We'd love to do that. We totally appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. So again, it's called Help, I'm Alive, web series coming, hopefully, like Justin mentioned, around Halloween. Auditions, don't forget, April 25th, 26th in Morgan Hill. GeekSpeakRadioShow.com. The link section, scroll down to the movie section. It is on there. Look for the little picture that says Help, I'm Alive. Click on there, takes you to their website. Everything is on there. So, Anthony, thanks a lot. Now, go ahead and go get some birthday cake.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, Anthony. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Geek Speak Radio Show will be right back.